Alrighty, hello everybody. It is Sarah from Sarabeth Arts here, and today we are doing the cover of my sketchbook. But I have had the sketchbook since January, so yeah, and I haven't done the first page still, so. And I am using gouache today. I usually use my Himi gouache, the jelly gouache. But I do have this Winsor & Newton designer gouache, so I wanted to see, how it, kind of works, I guess. Just, because I do love Winsor & Newton. They produce my favorite paints ever, so I always use their paints, acrylics, watercolor, and everything. And I spilled it on the page there, so that's fun. But good thing we can get stuff opaque. But I do have a pre-sketch in, just because I kind of wanted to do that, and I'm not sure if this is going to be sped up or anything like that. We shall see. I do have a new microphone, like a mic that you clip on to your like clothes. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm just using this ceramic dish, and all I have is the primary blue, permanent green, middle, primary red, primary yellow, and white. I will not be using black, even though I do have black gouache to darken stuff, because that's just not what I like to do. And I have 2 things of water. It's good practice, I should say, to have clean water and dirty water. So you get clean water every time you open to a new, whatever you call it, when you go to a new color. And obviously, this still had some blue on it, so let me go ahead and make sure the rest of my brushes don't have any pigment in them. They looks like they do. I swear I clean my brushes. This one's okay. And like I said, I am using the Winsor & Newton gouache, but also the Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolor brushes, plus this 2 Gray Masters by Jack Richardson for water media. It's just a very fine detail brush. Yeah. So as you can see by the sketch, we are doing fish. And I just wanted to do kind of a chat type deal, because yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this will be sped up or not, but there's a possibility that it will. Let me go ahead and mix this in with its binder. It just kind of depends on how the audio pans out. But I just kind of wanted to talk about art and mental health, because both very big part of my life, and I have had a struggle for the past, I guess, year, more so than usual. I've been taking medication since I was like 15 for my mental health, but it's kind of, I feel like I lost myself in a sense. So I'm trying to rediscover, oh my gosh, that's, okay, sorry. Trying to rediscover myself again, find myself. And I am going to art school. It's a very, very rigorous art school, very demanding. And, it's actually the only art school in Tennessee, though I'm still not going to name it. If you want to know, you can look it up, if you're just that curious. But, yeah, it's very, very demanding. And, it takes a lot out of you. And I feel like on top of my mental health, I was experiencing burnout of creating art, because I did kind of feel like I wasn't, like the art I was creating was not me. Like it wasn't my art. I didn't see myself in this work. And even when I've done like commission work and my pet portraits and everything, I still saw myself in that art. And I haven't seen myself in my art in a while. Maybe when I took anatomy, and then alternative mediums, but that was a while ago, and even then those I feel like were special cases, as far as me enjoying my time. So yeah, it's been a struggle, but I'm wanting to set a routine and goals in place. I want to create art for myself again. I want to find myself and discover myself again through my art, because it's my passion. It's more than just what I want to do for a living. It's my passion. It's my way of life, you know? I am studying illustration technologies, is what they changed the name to. It used to just be commercial illustration. But yeah, and I am learning like a lot of digital media and stuff, which is good. It's good for the market and everything. But I do feel like I'm out of touch with traditional media in a sense, and I kind of want to get back into that. And I feel very out of touch with my sketchbooks. This is actually my 6th sketchbook. I thought it was my 5th one, but nope, it's my 6th one. And I used to do them pretty quickly. But I actually ended up abandoning one sketchbook because I wasn't feeling it. I just was not feeling it. It wasn't for me. So I abandoned it, and I picked up a small Strathmore mixed media softcover, and I used that. But I also like took class notes and everything in it, and it didn't feel like a sketchbook to me, you know? So once I filled that up, I picked up this Tone Tan Strathmore mixed media, and started using it in January for sketching for classes, but mainly where I would paint or like do digital media. So not digital media, traditional, or just like plan stuff out and stuff. I'm sorry if you hear a dog in the background. I'm really liking the opacity of this paint too. This is very, very nice. Definite upgrade. Yeah, this is really nice. Don't get me wrong, I love the Maya Hemi, but like, this is nice. And I haven't like played with opacity, like making it like watercolor, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I actually failed a class last semester, and I had to drop a class as well, so I don't know. I found out I failed the class today, and I don't think I fully processed it, because today's just kind of been weird in and of itself. It's just kind of been one of those off days, really. But yeah, I don't think I've processed it, but I've just been distracting myself and being productive creatively, I should say. I did my anatomy figure or gesture drawings, or 5 of them anyway. I gotta do 5 more from life, so that'll be interesting. Because I don't, go out outside or interact with a lot of people, so you know that's fun. But yeah, that's also another reason why I am doing fish, or koi fish, is because I love drawing fish. I really do. They are so interesting, and you can be so creative with fish. And they're just beautiful. They truly are. I don't know. They're so fun. One of my first alcohol marker things was a fish, and that actually I got like 1.3K likes on Instagram with it, which is insane. So I don't know, drawing fish hold a special place in my heart. And like, for my 7th birthday, I just wanted to go fishing. So I went fishing, caught fish, and literally our only family vacation was down to the Florida Keys. We went deep sea fishing, so you know, a little sentimental value. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to be kinder with my mind. Because mental health it's something everyone struggles with, and it's not something to be taken lightly either. While I do feel I don't know, I feel like sometimes I'm not deserving of understanding and stuff because I feel like I inflict it upon myself when that's not really the case. It's just my chemical imbalances and whatnot, and you know, it's struggling. But it got so bad to where I couldn't even get out of bed to even use the restroom. It was just like, it was a once a day thing, which you know is not good. And I made a move out of the dorms because they gave me really bad anxiety. I needed to get out, so I moved, but where I moved is incredibly isolating to me. So I go a while without contact, like actual real life contact. I don't even talk to a lot of people actually. I talk, but it's not like, you know, it's different being in person with people. It's a different feel. So yeah, I'm working on moving out with my old roommate actually. And someone new, so that'll be interesting. Alright, so these, I'm gonna make these blobs a lighter blue, but I want to get the shadow in. So I'm gonna go in with more blue. I was gonna try and do this with Poscas, but on this paper it didn't go down very opaquely. And it just wasn't layering very well either, but I do have a color scheme that I kind of want to do. It's not like your typical koi fish type deal, so I don't know. I can actually show you the colors that I was going to use. I should probably have them as a reference anyway. I'm trying to get my brush. It's these colors here. I don't think you can see them very well, but I'm going to do a pink and like a orangey coral koi fish like pattern. So very warm tone actually. So it might be interesting to do keep the background cooler tones. And since there's going to be pink, maybe I'll take a little bit of red gouache and mix it in for shadow to make it like a purpley hue. I think maybe I should move the, I don't know where, okay, no, I'll keep the, but I'm mixing, yeah. Anyways, I did just plan out like the shadows and everything, so where I want them. I don't know why I'm using a flat brush, but that's kind of odd for me. But I guess we're doing new things. But yeah, I don't know. Trying to find myself again, find myself in my art, and find who I am. Because I was in a very long relationship, very serious. I mean, I was basically engaged, like there was a ring and everything that I picked out. And they ended up breaking up with me because my mental health got so bad and they basically couldn't really handle it. I won't get into too much detail because I don't, it's a little private. I think I'll go more in depth in a different video that I have planned. So, but I did lose myself in that. And that's another reason why I lost myself, besides just my mental health and not practicing my art practices that I grew up on, or that made me unique. There was external factors, like the breakup. I moved on though, actually pretty quickly. I went through like the 5 stages of grief in like a week. So very, very interesting. And I am now in a different relationship. I have an amazing partner. They are exactly what I needed. They came in at exactly the right time, exactly what I needed, and now they're just what I want, exactly what I want. So yeah, I am getting better. I'm working towards getting better. But I did get so behind in a class that I failed. And I had to drop a class last semester just because everything was so bad. And I have to retake that and pay for it again. And since I failed this class, I have to retake that and pay for it again, which means I will most likely have to take an extra semester to graduate. So I'll be missing out on graduating with my friends, which is heartbreaking, actually. It's, I don't know, I won't be, I feel like it'll look bad on my part, professionally. So it's, and like, I don't know, it's just, it's a struggle. And I'm trying. I don't really know. Yeah, I guess I'm doing art as a way to process stuff today as well. I really wasn't doing that at all until I sat down to do this. Art is a very meditative thing, and it is something that I did in high school to process stuff. And that's a very important thing to have, and I'm glad I'm finding it again because it's very helpful, actually. I do journal. I haven't in a minute, actually, but I do journal, and it does help a lot. But I don't know, there's something about doing something and not thinking about it that helps you process stuff in the back of your mind, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It's very, very interesting. Right, clean my brush. in the dirty water. And I'm gonna do these blobs here, which I want to be a green tone and a lot lighter. So I'm gonna take the green, and that's mainly just green, so some more blue. Maybe a lot more blue. Okay, maybe all of the blue. I might have to put more blue down on the palette actually, but I do need a lot of white. Yeah, that's a little too green, even though green's my favorite color. I cannot lie in saying that. Green and pink are my favorite colors. I do need more blue. And I love that I just got the primary color set, so I can work on mixing colors, because I really do love mixing colors. It's some of my favorite stuff to do, but it's also, it helps like make your piece more cohesive in a way also. And I don't know. I know like cyan and magenta produce more vibrant colors, and I'd love to get cyan and magenta colors eventually. But I don't have that at the moment, so we're working with what we got, and yeah. I still feel like this may be too green. Actually, no, that's actually okay. That's kind of what I wanted. So yeah, I'm just gonna do these blobs just to add variation to the water. And just a visual element, really. And then I'm gonna go on top with like a white paint pen, I think, and just do some I don't know, just like watery shapes. Or I might do it with a colored pencil instead of a paint pen, so it's not like as opaque. I'm loving all the blues though. Blue is a very pretty color. I feel like I need one like right here. I have a lot more of this color. You know what? I'm gonna just slap it right here. That's what I do with like excess colors of like acrylic and stuff. I just put it on my sketchbook and draw over it and stuff, and it's cool. It gives like a very cool texture and just a toned surface to work on. I love working on toned paper. Obviously, that's why I got a toned sketchbook, but it's cool. And like you just get different brush textures and stuff, so it's pretty cool. Let's clean this brush, and I kind of need to clean off some of the palette to work with the warm colors, and I need to get more white and stuff, so let's get that going. Oh well, hold on, there's little piece right there. Okay, yeah, all right, we're good. Alright, that's good enough, and I need to get more paper towels. I got very cheap paper towels at the grocery store, so they're a little thin, but it's fine. I'm a college student. It makes sense. Just making sure most of the color's out before I think I'll actually get a different brush. Oh, I need more white. I'm a little goofy sometimes. We're gonna need a lot of white. Need a lot of white. And the cool thing about gouache is you can reactivate it just like a watercolor. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Right, let's take the round brush and we'll make this the pink one and this the coral one. So let's mix up the white with the binder again. Get some white over here. And I'll give it like, I'll do the base in white, but I do want to add a shadow to it, so we'll do that afterwards. But yeah, I just need to get the shape down. I love how opaque these are. Like, I do really like working with gouache, and these are amazing, actually. I don't know why I wasn't using these before. I guess because I have like 2 Miami big palettes to work through, but this is amazing. I do like working with gouache opaquely, so I'll do washes here and there, but I do like the opacity. I like opaque stuff. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's smoother than acrylics. Like, you can water down acrylics and stuff, but I like heavy body acrylics, and I like getting texture with acrylics and everything, so this just kind of has that in between that I'm looking for. Like, it has the smoothness and softness of watercolor, but it also comes with that opaque, really nice, just the class that I failed was 3D and animation, so we were working in Photoshop and Blender, and we were supposed to learn Adobe Animate on our own, but the reason why I failed it is because I just could not reach the deadlines because of my mental health and the huge depressive episodes that I had. I have very severe anxiety and bipolar type 2. So I have manic episodes and have, depressive episodes and whatnot. So, it's a struggle. But it's something I deal with, obviously. I don't know. Everyone has their own way stuff ticks. Everyone's brain ticks differently. Everyone has different hormone levels and chemicals and all that good stuff. Different receptors and how they operate. And it's different for everybody, So we all need to just be kind to other people, because you never know what struggles they're going through. I made a mistake. I accidentally dipped dipped it in clean water. It's fine. It's just white. It's just white. Okay, I need to stop. All right, so I'm gonna take some white And I said this was going to be pink and that was going to be coral. So I need to mix a really, really light pink for the shadow, I think. Okay, well this is good for the spots, but okay, I'll just go ahead and do some spots then. And then I'm gonna add tiniest some blue to make it purple, because I want a little bit of purple. I want it to be a more fuchsia color, maybe. Just a little bit, just a little bit. That's even too much. So some more red, please. More red. Yeah, there we go. Kind of muted magenta, actually. Or, yeah, I don't know. For the other spots. There's a lot of paint on my brush. Because I'm mixing with it. Ooh, that's a nice color combo. This looks more organic. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. Alright, we're gonna use this for shadow, but we're gonna add a crap ton of white to it. I made sure to get like a lot of white and black gouache because I knew those are the most like, I guess, pertinent. Well, I'm trying to use big words when I shouldn't be. I have a different idea. Okay, I'm gonna clean brush off. Originally I was just gonna use 2 different colors, but I think that works, especially since there's 3 blues in the background. I think that's fine. Very cool, actually. Alrighty, time to mix these coral colors. Yeah, that's a perfect yellow. Oh my gosh, I did it. This is sometimes why I don't use 2 cups, because I ended up muddying them both. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna take this purpley color and mix it in here for some color sharing of the shadows. I guess I'm kind of mixing my painterly style in with this kind of more graphic. Alright, that's it for the gouache portion of it. Gonna let it dry and everything, and I might just do the colored pencil tomorrow. But since I have all this leftover gouache, I'm gonna take the colors that I used for this and put it over here, and it'll be like a little palette. But yeah, I will just do the colored pencil tomorrow because I don't know how long this is gonna take. Okay, so it's the next morning, and I am taking some Prismacolor colored pencils. I have a lot more, but this is just like a primary set that my school had us get, like in the beginning. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some little details, I guess, very lightly. I was thinking about doing this with like a paint pen, but I think that would add like too much contrast, and I just like take away from the fish, and I don't want that. So I'm kind of just tracing these blue blobs, or these like green blue blobs, but not being like precise with their like actually tracing them. I think it's a very cool thing, and I'm actually kind of using this in my planner this month. I like to decorate my planner to make me look at it more. Don't know if I want to maybe like connect some of them like so, like ones that are close to each other anyway, because water does connect, so I think that, yeah, I kind of like this actually. That's pretty cool. And then I'm just gonna do some like scale shapes a little bit. I don't think you can see it on here very well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go over this digitally and upload it to Redbubble. I think that would be cool. So like if you want to get prints and stuff from it, you can check out my Redbubble, which will be in the description. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and digitally doctor this up as well. So hey, that'll be pretty cool. Okay. Maybe I'll take a darker blue and outline the shadow some. That's actually kind of cool. Okay. Honestly, I think that is it. I just want to thank you so much for watching, and if you made it to the end of this, thank you for watching. If you really enjoyed it, maybe you could, like, share it, comment and stuff like that, give me your thoughts and everything. And I know I kind of talked about some heavy topics, but mental health is a huge thing, I think, especially for artists. And it's something that should be talked about, and it was also a way for me to just process everything that happened yesterday. So yeah, but with all that, I really hope you are having a great day or evening or morning or whatever. And I really hope you continue to do so. Bye bye.